Teoscar, when the team was at home, we saw a lot of power with your bat. Tonight, a 3-hit game. When you look at just the results, how you guys were able to get to Logan Webb early, what would you say was just working so well for you at the plate?
It's just executing the plan. Before the game, we planned something. We tried to do it in the game. We did it today. They score early, but we fight back. We get some good at-bats, put the ball in play, and we get a lot of runs.
A key part of your game is being an RBI machine. What does it mean to you when you get to contribute to this group, getting some RBIs for yourself tonight?
It's good, especially if I put the team ahead. That's what is important. I don't care if I don't get the RBIs, as long as the team is winning. That's part of my job, and that's what I'm here for.
Recently, Dave Roberts talked a lot about just the offense showing fight. When you look at just the quality of at-bats today, is that how you would describe what you guys have been able to do, stringing together hits and getting those results?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we put a lot of good at-bats together. Fordo, I think, gets 3 walks today. He get a big hit, big at-bat and a side fly, and, everybody do a great job today.
Now, on the pitching side, especially with these young arms, how have you seen them just kind of step up and really have some great results, whether it's been Justin Robleski or even someone like Edgardo Henriquez?
They've been learning. They're having success. They're attacking the hitters. They pounded the strike zone, so they got good stuff. So when you pound the strike zone with good stuff, something good happens.
And for Tanner Scott, just to end on a high note, how good is that? How good of a feeling is that for him?
I think I feel better than him right now. I'm happier than him. So hopefully he can keep going like that. We're going to need him in the playoffs.
All right, Teoscar, congratulations on this win tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, Dave, just when you look at the offense tonight, how they were able to kind of just fight at the plate, battle through at-bats, put the results, string hits together, what were you kind of just seeing from this group and as a true positive of kind of you guys turning the page from yesterday and finding ways to get to Logan Webb early?
It was just a, great team offensive performance. I thought score early, take a lead, then lose that lead in the bottom half, and then to come back and fight back against a really good pitcher. Just some big at bats, all throughout the lineup. I recall the Teo at bat, the Miggy at bat, the Ben Rortvet at bat. There was some big ones all throughout the night. Conforto took some really good at bats. So again, across up and down the lineup, really good stuff, and against a really good pitcher. So it was good to see us break out tonight, and hopefully, take that into tomorrow.
For Tanner just to close out this one the way that he did, how much of a building block can that be for him? And were there any adjustments maybe that you saw visually that he might have changed?
I thought the slider tonight was much better, and I think for me, I just wanted to get him back in the game. I want him to, know that we have confidence in him, and I just felt that to kind of wash last night's outing, what better way to do that than to get back in there? And so, to his credit, he made the most of it. I thought the fastball was good, and again, I thought the slider tonight was much more sharp and got some swing and miss.
11 of the 24 guys who got on base did so with 2 strikes. Does that just kind of speak to the competitiveness of the at-bats at the plate and kind of the approach that you saw from guys tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that I just don't see why we can't do that as far as approach on a nightly basis, and with 2 strikes you got to give something up. And I think for me tonight, I saw us give up the pull side, and then you're starting to get hits to the big part of the field, hits the other way to the other gap, and winning pitches, and we did that all night long. Good stuff.
How tough is it to kind of move past the second inning when you get the bases loaded there and don't score?
Yeah, that was it's tough when you got 1 out and Shohei's on deck, and then you can't get to him. But, he started off that next inning with a homer and got us back feeling good about ourselves. And, it turns out Ben had a really good offensive night.
Max, okay, take him out because of the hit?
I took him out because of the just to be safe. And so he'll get essentially a day and a half. He'll be down tomorrow, which is a scheduled day off. And scary moment, but he came out of it fine. But, at that point in time, I just felt that, just best to kind of cut his night short.
Will he still be monitored, going forward for any?
You know what? I think that we'll probably check on him how he sleeps, but I think he's going to be fine. But we'll keep eyes on him.
When you talk about feeling like you guys can put together that kind of offensive game and approach every night, does a game like this, when you have the results that you did, kind of help make that happen going forward over the rest of the year?
Yeah, and I think that tomorrow we're going to get the same type of, we're going to need the same type of approach versus Robbie Ray. He's got good stuff. There's swing and miss stuff. There's a slider down below. There's a curveball. So you gotta be willing to go deep into counts and be willing to kind of fight to win pitches with 2 strikes. And so if we can do that, we'll be fine. And that's my expectation.
And did you decide Shohei's pitching name?
He's going to pitch Tuesday.
You went to Kirby, pretty early tonight. What did you see from him where he still kind of?
I think his performance was better than the line score. I just felt that in the 5th inning, I went to Henriquez early, obviously with Clayton going 3 innings, and I felt, with down 1 run, I wanted to win the game. I thought it was a good lane for Kirby and felt that it's a good way for him to, keep us in the ballgame. And then we tacked on before that, but he was already kind of up. He was up before that.
When I was watching Enriquez, it seemed, whether you meant to be or not, like a beautiful piggyback situation where Clayton has his repertoire and then Enriquez comes in throwing 100. That may have been just need tonight, but is that something you could do, or is he better off Enriquez as just a 1-inning guy?
Well, he's done up downs for us, but it's certainly 1+. For me, I just felt that to have him available online tomorrow potentially could be helpful. I think that there is some part of it of who's available, but the other part of it is that when you're throwing 100 miles an hour in the 4th inning, guys aren't as interested as they are later in the game. So that was a little bit of my thought too.
Shohei is now 1 shy of 50 homer in 2 years in a row. So how difficult is it?
Very difficult, given that it doesn't happen very often. I don't know how many guys have done that, but it just speaks to how special Shohei is as a ball player, and even tonight, taking walks and doing what he does and giving guys behind him opportunities to drive in runs. But yeah, it's quite the accomplishment.